What's up guys, Sal here. So the Galaxy S22 Ultra is scheduled to launch on the 9th of February in an unpacked event where Samsung will showcase the S22 trio along with their new S8 tablets. But in what is one of the most massive leaks we've seen yet for the Galaxy S22, a leaker has managed to obtain press material for the handsets that detail literally everything about the S22. But before that, here's some good news. Ice Universe mentions that all the S22 handsets will feature an X-axis linear motor for detailed haptic feedback. You see, it's a fact that iPhones have the best vibration motor right now. Samsung does a good job as well, but is still inferior to Apple in this department. Interestingly, on the S21 Ultra, the haptic feedback wasn't as good as the Note 20 Ultra. That's because Samsung moved the actuator responsible for haptic feedback to the top of the phone for some reason. All of us hold our phones at the bottom, so it only makes sense for them to move it down at the bottom for better haptic feedback. By the way, the S22 Trio aren't the first Samsung phones to feature an X-axis motor. The Z Fold 3 already has one and it does a pretty good job. Although I would say it's not a day and night difference, but it's better than Samsung's previous flagships. Anyway, upgrading the motor is a big step in the right direction as it also allows for improvement through firmware later down the line. Moving on, marketing material intended for Samsung employees has been leaked, leaving nothing to the imagination. Do know that RO, GO, and BO are the internal code names for the S22, S22 Plus, and the S22 Ultra. If you've been following the S22 updates, then nothing here should be really surprising. Things like Gorilla Glass Victus Plus for all the S22 variants, as well as stronger aluminum frame have been mentioned already. Samsung also shows how the S22 handsets will use high megapixels with pixel binning to achieve detailed brighter photos. Artificial intelligence is seeing a huge improvement and it will make a big difference in the quality of portrait photos, aka giving us a better bokeh effect. The zoom capability remains unchanged compared to the S21 handsets. The S Pen, as you know, is also seeing a big latency upgrade to just 2.8 milliseconds, and Samsung says you'll notice a supernatural writing or drawing experience. It also mentions that the download speeds have been doubled thanks to Wi-Fi 6E standards. It's worth mentioning that only the S22 Plus and the Ultra will support this technology. Samsung also says the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on the S22 will see a 5% increase in CPU, 40% in graphics, and a massive 133% in NPU, which is responsible for the AI stuff. Thanks to this, the handsets will now better analyze the scene for more detailed and realistic videos. AI will help in focusing a fast-moving subject, it will help reduce noise in photos, and more. Also, they say they've optimized the handset for better battery life. Interestingly, Samsung mentioned nothing about the Exynos 2200, but they did specify which countries will get which processor. North America, China, Japan, South Korea, Latin America, and Southeast Asia, including India, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and more, will get the Snapdragon variant, while Europe, Southwest Asia, the Middle East, Africa, and the Commonwealth of Independent States will get Exynos. Moving on, official cases for the S22 handsets have been leaked. It includes leather cover cases for the S22 and Plus and Smart Clear View cover for the S22 Ultra. Of course, do consider subscribing for all the latest updates on the S22, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.